Hi guys, Elle here, and I haven't done a video for about 20 days currently. And I'm here to talk to you today about a free guided fast that I'm going to be guiding so far around 30 people. This is open, I'd like to get it up to 50, 60. I'm going to be guiding people through two different types of fasts, depending on your level of experience with fasting. A lot of you may have noticed that the ear ringing and the muscle cramps, the tiredness and the non-tiredness, not being able to sleep overnight, has really peaked at the moment. So a lot of what was known as junk DNA is now coming online. It doesn't mean you can have access to it instantly. It's going to be work in progress over the next 6 months, right the way up till 2022. But what was known as junk DNA was actually dormant DNA and is now awakening, which means you have more access to your full potential. But what happens is with your 114 chakras and your 72,000 nadis, when you're placed into an energy of fear, your chakras and your energy centers do this: they close up and your aura gets smaller and it comes into your body. When you're in gratitude, unconditional love, joyfulness, prosperity and health, your energy centers flourish. Imagine your 7 main energy centers like a flower, like a lotus petal. When they open up, your aura expands. You become more healthy, people pick up on that, you draw environments, circumstances, events and people towards you that are of a higher vibration, and the general bullshit and fear vibration disappears out of your life. This is how many people can walk around without experiencing a lot of the bullshit that's put into the media at the moment to keep you in that fear vibration. And one of the biggest ways to raise your vibration is to fast. I'm going to be doing a 7-day hard dry fast, which is, dry fast. It's not going to be hard dry because I will be doing some external water, but dry fast is when you do not eat or drink anything. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 7 days, starting Monday next week. There will be some people doing this with me, but this is quite an intense one. This will be my 12th hard dry fast or dry fast. But I will be doing an introduction to fasting, which on the Monday, you guys will be eating fruit and raw vegetables. On the Tuesday, it will be juices and water. Then for the 3rd, 4th and 5th day, it will be hard dry. So no food, no water and no contact with water. And for those of you watching this that think that sounds quite extreme, I've taken 1,200 people plus through this year alone. And I can give you examples of people who thought this was extreme and actually found it an absolute breeze. And when you realize that the subconscious programming and the paradigms that are instilled in you from the age of 1 to 7, when you're in a theta brainwave, now this is when your brain is like a sponge. This is when you go to school. This is when you're very perceptible to programming or to subliminal stuff and general society restrictions and prisons that you can be put into, belief systems basically. So what I work with people doing is getting rid of limiting beliefs, because limiting beliefs are what hold you back, whether it comes to health, prosperity, joyfulness, relationships. It all comes down to your beliefs, and beliefs can be changed in your mind like furniture in a house. If one of them is not serving you for your highest good and your highest purpose, then we just take that belief out, we fuck it off, and we instill new ones, which are of a much more healthy basis. There's many ways of doing this, and for those of you that come on board with this fast, you will find out very quickly various different processes and methods I help people to do this with. Now, the reason we do a period of dry fasting is because the body is roughly around 72% water. Now, it's been shown that memory is not only stored in the brain, but it's also cellular. So at a cellular level, your memories and your beliefs are stored in the water in your body. Now, a lot of this water is like water stored in a camel's hump, which is very difficult to access unless you go to the real depths and get right down into the shadows of what you've installed. Now, when we're young and we fall over and we bruise ourselves, what happens is our energy centers, we have the two main things for creating our reality are our thoughts and our feelings. Because every thought we have sends out a vibration, and every time we speak, it solidifies that foundation. Then every time you write it, it objectifies it. So it's like everything you see in your reality, whether it's this window, this plant, all of this started as a thought, and then the thought comes into You create it in the non-physical, and then you place the feeling into it, and the feeling draws it from the non-physical into the physical. But that's for another talk. That's more of a manifestation and visualization. But in order to get rid of these old beliefs within our body, it's my belief and my workings and the healing modality that I've been writing over the last 3 years, that we need to really access and remove some of these limiting beliefs from the cellular memory within the depths of our body. And the way I describe this in some of my talks is, if you're washing dishes in a restaurant and they're constantly bringing dishes out, there's going to be a pile of dishes right about here that never get washed, because you're going to be washing these ones, they're going to be bringing new ones out, but you're never going to wash these ones. And this is kind of what happens with the water that's stored in our body. It's going to be water that's stored in the fat cells in your calves, in your arse, for me, it's right around the waist. I mean, I can get rid of it, but I have to fast for, I've done 14 days with no food or water. And in October, I will be achieving with a colleague of mine 40 days, no food and water. And there's many people who've done over a year without food or water. And this is all down to the subconscious programming and the beliefs. You do not actually need anything outside of you. Everything you need is within you. When you get rid of these limiting beliefs within and you clear the human vessel out, once you clear the inside of the cup, the outside of the cup becomes clean. You start to notice your events, circumstances, and environments change as your beliefs change. So when you believe that people are unconditional love, people are caring, people are there for you, people are prosperous, people are healthy, not only do you feel this within yourself, but that then goes out into your energy center, into your aura, and the bigger the aura gets, the more you're connected. The flower of life, if you go onto my Instagram, you'll see a picture of the flower of life. 2 circles when near each other create a vesica Pisces in the middle. This is a shared field of information. We're all connected. We can all feel into each other. This is how energy healers work. This is how theta healers work. This is how many of the healers that I know and myself work with people. You can tune into energy fields and help shift certain energy blockages, any shadows, demons, depending on scientifically or religiously how you want to look at it. At the end of the day, for me, science and religion are 2 sides of the same coin. Negative energy can be seen as a demon and positive energy can be seen as an angel. It just depends how you want to perceive it through your perception. Ultimately, we're all here to create our own realities. So whatever you take from this video and whatever you see is what's right for you at the moment. There can be 300 people in the cinema watching one movie, but there's going to be 300 different versions of that movie being seen, depending on the level of vibration of the people in the cinema watching that film. Everyone will take from it what they need to take from it, but it's your opportunity to use that to grow to your highest potential. But if you're focusing on the media and masks and certain things which are not beneficial for yourself and for the highest good for the highest number of people, then ultimately it's yourself that you're going to hold back. And it is my belief and it is my advice, because I would never tell you what to do. I can only share with you from my experience and my truth. When I speak from my truth, it helps open up my throat chakra, and you will understand this. And most people who are watching this video are going to be drawn to this video for a reason. They're going to be going, this makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. This is exactly what I needed to hear. This is exactly what I needed to see today. You might even be getting a few hairs ping up on the back of your necks. This generally happens because you're in the right vibration and you're on the right path, and it's a synchronicity for you to then lead on. Because what I feel as a race we are starting to do is we are stopping to think, because thinking can be clouded with the monkey mind. When you think, you can start to question things, and when you question things, doubt comes in, and doubt is not good. It is the killer of all dreams. But when you start to use your heart and you speak and you make decisions from feeling, from a heart-based environment, it then leads you on to the higher vibration. Because we're not this physical body, we are energetic beings, we're energy, vibration and frequency. And when you tune into that and you follow the higher vibrations, that is ultimately ascension. It's ultimately enlightenment. You're going to ascend to a higher vibration, which is going to lead you to higher vibrations. And the higher vibrations you access, the more veils come down and the more you start to see things. Many ways you can raise your vibrations, and you can get in contact with me. Obviously, not eating meat, eating a plant-based diet, fasting regularly. There's many different processes and energy exchanges that I can talk you through or walk you through. But a very good start for it would be to try this fast that I'm guiding people through. And this is how it's going to start. The first day is going to be fruits and vegetables. The second day will be juices. The third, fourth and fifth day will be hard dry. So that's no food, no water, no contact with water. Now, many of you might think this sounds extreme, but I can put you in contact with hundreds of people who thought this was extreme, who have now gone on to do 7 days of this with me. There'll be many of you doing 7 days of this with me because this is going to be my 12th 7-day dry fast. And I've done over 2 weeks without food or water. Now, once you get through 3 days without food or water, you access and you utilize the water hidden deep in the recesses of your body, which, as I said to you, is stored memory. Now, at the beginning of the week, what I will get you guys to do is buy 2 2-litre bottles of water and to take the labels off them, preferably high pH water. Between 8 to 10 is ideal. That you can buy this from many places now. I get you to write down 22 affirmations. These are things that you'd like to body, whether it's integrity, health, prosperity, joyfulness, whatever you want to. They're just a few of the baselines that I use, so you could use them as a template if you'd like. We write them down, the 22 with the right hand, and we write down the 22 with the left hand, because what this does is this unifies the 2 brain hemispheres and increases the corpus callosum that divides the brain hemispheres. Everything from day one when you're born is divided to put you into a category, whether it's masculine, feminine, positive, negative, dark, light. You're actually all of these things. And when you realize this, you go from duality to unity. And when you go to unity, you start to realize you're connected to everything. When you realize you're connected to everything, you realize your energy, and then you have access to lots more that's been veiled for you for a very long time. This is all coming online for everybody right now. It's actually this week that 100% of the human potential has been unlocked. You can access more and more of this over the next 6 months and the next year, depending on your state of vibration. So I really urge you to try to stay in a high vibration by keeping in a joyful, prosperous, healthy vibration, unconditional love, gratitude. Whenever you come down and you think, or you let in like a little fearful, use fear just to remind you. It's a tool. Ultimately, fear has been one of the greatest teachers that I've had. And it can stand for many different things, fear. Finding excellence affects reality. There's many different reasons or positive ways you can look at fear. Yes, so after the 3 days hard dry, we'll be then going back into juices and water, and then we'll be introducing fruits and vegetables. And on the final day, I'd like to introduce you into nuts. Now, the majority of my diet is mainly fruits, raw veg, nuts. The majority of the time, I do try to fast between 16 to 18 hours every day. This keeps me very connected to source and very connected to my higher self and tuned in and able to channel a lot of messages, which ultimately I do try to share with you as often as possible. And this is what I'd like you to realize, that ultimately, I believe that when Adam and Eve ate the apple, that's when they descended their vibration, because when you eat something, whether it's meat, apple, or whatever, it has cellular memory in it. This is why when you eat meat or dairy, because it has so much negative cellular energy in it, because that animal has been treated so poorly, and it's very, very much a fear vibration. Now, fear is one of the lowest vibrations there is. So when you eat that meat, you're putting fear into your body. You've got to now process that fear. It lowers your vibration before your vibration can come back up again. Ultimately, in my talks, the way I talk about this is, if you see yourself as a DVD player for the next 10 seconds, if you put a horror film into you, what are you going to project? You're going to project a fucking horror film. If you put a romantic comedy in, what are you going to project? You're going to project a romantic comedy. Now, ultimately, any higher water or higher electric foods that you sit within your energy field, you can change the molecular structure of that food. And this has been proven by Masaru Emoto, who done a book called The Hidden Effects of Sound on Water. Now, he took water and showed you, if you play 432 hertz, or you say love or peace or unity into water, it creates a very unified, angelic crystalline effect within that water molecule. Whereas ultimately, if you play 440 hertz or not one of the non-solfeggio frequencies, or you speak hate or any negative word into that water, it creates like a polluted, very dark environment within that water. As I suggested earlier, your body is 72% water. So this shows how your feelings and your emotions can sometimes change if you're not aware of it. Once you get to a level of energetic knowing, you can shield your aura so that someone can call you fucking dickhead all day long, and it's just going to bounce off you because you'll be like, it's nothing to do with me, mate. This is your reality. Yeah, thanks. You've had your cameo, now fuck off. And the second you get to that level, you can then start to watch horror films again. You can start to listen to people's opinions. You can I can even watch the news and listen to what's going on with so-called viruses or fake rubbish that's put out there in order for you to buy another pharmaceutical range or whatever. But ultimately, if you're interested in signing up for this fast, then please do message me in the comments below or DM me at mindbodysoulspiritcoach@gmail.com. I'll be posting every day from this point onwards. I've been away trying various different plant-based medicines and various other different energy processes so that I can relay these to you guys, what has worked for me. And I'm always interested to hear what you guys have experienced. I know I'm bumping into more and more people that have tried various different plant-based medicines, and to hear the energy exchanges and everything you guys are getting up to. So it's a great time to be alive, and I hope you are all staying in that high vibration. Lots of love. Namaste. Catch you later.